you're not getting the breaks right now. It seems like you guys are trying, but it's just not getting any success.
No, I got to be better.
You think some of those goals you could have done more?
All of them.
How does that not transfer into frustration right now? How do you guys fight out of this?
Oh, it is frustrating right now. I mean, we just got off the ice, so it is frustrating. But, yeah, I mean, if I, should be a 0-0 game coming in last 5 minutes, and it's not.
How do you sort of process those goals a little bit, right? Like, what are those things that you're saying to yourself that I need to stop that because of?
They went in. I'm a goalie. It's my job.
Defense in front of you, letting you see pucks. Have you been able to track everything well and just
playing great?
Thanks, Marky.
Yeah, thanks, guys. What's the general way to fight out of this right now?
We need everybody on board, and I think we got to find our foundation, and it starts with just competing. And I think it was a better game than versus Dallas, but we also got to find a way to score goals. So without scoring a goal, you're not winning. So
how do you do that? As far as, is it just getting back to basics, go to the net? I mean, what is missing right now?
Play simple and hard. I think competing is mandatory here, and like I said, we need everybody on board and doing that, all 4 lines, and that's how you get out of it. If you're gripping your stick too much, just play simple, follow the process, and try not to look too much ahead, shift by shift, and we got to get back to that.
Were you encouraged by the second period?
We played better in the second, yeah, but like I said, we got to put one puck behind the net, and we didn't do that. And now, we're a little bit in a slump here, and we got to find a way out of it. And nobody's feeling sorry for ourselves, so everybody in here has got to step it up. And like I said, we just got to simplify our game and doing a 60-minute process and not just 40 or whatever.
What didn't feel like a simplified part of the game tonight that you're sort of referring to?
I think first we just gave them too much respect, and like I said, in the second was better, and it was a tight game till at the end. Too short on goals, and obviously need to figure out our special teams as well.
I was going to say, what is not sort of clicking when it comes to the power play that has been so successful for you guys this season? Seems a little disjointed. Like gripping our sticks,
and I mean we had a good chance in the power play to tie the game, and they came out from just simple put the pucks on net, and we just gotta put more pucks in that.
When the team isn't scoring as much 5-on-5, is when you get those opportunities on the power play. Is that what you're kind of talking about, gripping the sticks because of the pressure of that type of moment? You know what I mean by that? Like,
I think it's just there's a lot of factors, but like at the end of the day, like we got to go out there and execute, and that's our job, and we haven't done that lately, and it's still a long season, and we got to get out of this.
23 block shots. When somebody's doing that against you, is there a way to battle against that?
They're willing to block shots. I mean, sometimes they're in the shooting lanes. Obviously, you can try to not get it blocked. It's obviously easier said than done, but we got to find a way to put pucks through. That's also a skill, putting pucks through guys that are in the shooting lane.
Even when you say that you need everybody on board, is that certain individuals not doing their job, or is it maybe just lacking chemistry?
No, I'm just talking about the whole team. I need everybody, myself, everybody needs to step up and play the simple game. And I'm not talking about any individual. I'm only talking about the team here.
Marky shouldered the load here. He said it was basically on him when he did the
No. We're a team. We win together, we lose together. I mean, Marky had unbelievable saves in the second period, even in the first period, and we got to put a goal for him. That's what we got to do.
Can it be difficult to trust the process when you guys are going through a little something like this?
Can it be difficult? Yes, but we're professionals. You got to follow the process. You got to dig in, and it's our job to not get too low, not to get too high, and now we're hitting adversity. And like I said, you have to follow the process. You can't be result focused, and you got to dig in. We got to simplify our game and get all 4 lines going and get a dirty win here.
Thank you, Nico.
You had a better second, I'm sure. Some more opportunities. You had the 2 power plays in the third. Is it just a confidence thing right now, you think?
Yeah, I do. I mean, yeah, second period, that's probably the best period we've played in quite some time. Thought we did a lot of really good things, got a lot of great looks. And they don't go in, they don't fall for the guys, and they don't get it in, and you can kind of see it mounting, probably for the first time through this little stretch. You could see it mounting throughout that period, that it wasn't going in because they knew they were playing well, they were controlling the play and getting their chances. So yeah, it's tough to not see it fall, but obviously didn't like our first period at all. I thought we were tight and tentative in the first period, and certainly looked that way, and you see Vegas able to assert themselves, but loved our response and how we played in the second period. Like that, if we can play like that the way we did in the second period, like that's going to win us. We're going to win a lot of games, and we'll get ourselves back on. But third period's low events and power play as it comes through. You can see a lot of the symptoms at 5-on-5 offensively shining through it on the power play.
I don't know if it's the opponents, but Dallas 24 block shots tonight, 23 block shots. How do you battle through that?
Just gonna be a little quicker with your decisions, a little more assertive. When you're squeezing the stick a little tight, you tend to overthink it. We just gotta let it fly. That's where we're at.
When you were saying you saw it mounting, what do you mean by that?
Just like for lack of a better word, let's call it frustration. The
Right.
pressure of the situation. You could see it wearing on the guys as the period wore on. And I talked in the intermission how that's frustration is a useless emotion. There's no point in putting ourselves there. A lot of that is about living in the past. What you've been through, and then if we're in the moment. You're just focusing on it. Just played a great period in the second. We're down 1 goal to a very good team. With a chance to go and get points in the third. Let's focus on that. But Vegas did a good job in the third period, and we didn't have the same level of jump. And first and third periods are different animals in the second, as we've talked about in style of play. But it's disappointing not get one in to go in our way tonight.
Did you feel like with the lineup that you had, the makeup of your forward lines, that you sort of saw a little bit more of that?
In the second period, I was glad I stayed with it, because the
Yeah.
first period I did not like it at all. And it's, when you have a period like that, so you can, sort of overanalyze everything, and decided to give it a go, stick with it early in the second, and we came alive. We were really good, so we stayed with it that way, and. With having more of the balance, it came a little bit trickier to get everybody the minutes. I was losing Bratter a little bit at different times, just because you got 3 lines to really get going, coming out of the timeouts and all that kind of stuff. So I had to move Bratter around a little bit just to make sure he was getting the minutes and the touches. But we'll look at it again, through the third period, but we'll have to throw away the first.
And then particularly that fourth line, we talked this morning about, needing something to generate, even if it wasn't shots. It looked like they were really, taking that to heart and giving you guys.
I like what we got from them. They were probably the only good line in the first period, how they were skating, and then that continued on in the second period. So, I was happy with that group.
Coach, a handful of games ago, you mentioned you were looking for players. Do you feel like you're still looking for? Do you feel like you're still there looking for guys?
Well, like I said, we just played, that second period. If I could bottle that up and take it with us on the road, I'd take that all day, every day. So in that period, I think we played well, and the guys were making plays and putting themselves in spots to generate looks and shots, and we're attacking the net. And we didn't spend much time on our end in that second period at all. There's a lot going on there that you like, but we got a lot of guys right now that are fighting it. And with each game, with each time that then this kind of builds, you're going to have more and more guys fighting it, because there's when you can offset it usually, when some guys are feeling it, it just kind of balances out. But when everybody's kind of gets tight on it, we talked about it this morning. Nico and Timo and Brader, like those guys have really been feeling it offensively, making plays and scoring goals and executing on our power play. Well, now they've gone a little dry here in the last little bit, and you see the effect. Now it's really mounted on everyone.
And Markstrom was pretty adamant that he thought that this was on him. Do you share those feelings?
Well, you can't win a game 0-0. I think I'd want Markey to have that first goal back. But again, like with that's a quality team there, and he had some really good looks, good clean looks, even the second period. Even though I liked a lot about it, they got in behind us a couple times. He made great saves. Like anytime your goalie's keeping them at one for I don't know how long was it, 50 plus minutes. Yeah, he's done his job, and we got to score some goals for him.
With the parity, do these games feel maybe a lot more urgent than they would have at this point in previous seasons?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. It's fair to say that. Just it's so tight. But I think anytime you pile up, a streak like this where you're not getting any points, you're going to feel it. So, it's magnified probably with how tight it is. We got an 8-game win streak, so we gave ourselves a little buffer there, but that's running out, so you got to get back out and get points. And I think, getting out on the road comes at a really good time for us. It's time to go, and, no time to waste and no time to wait. We'll just get right back to it tomorrow.
Thank you, Sheldon.
Yeah, thanks.